my name is Keith. I'm the founder of Scca, Southern California Catfish Association. Basically today, some of the brothers here are helping me make a video to show you guys some of the bait presentations that we have, that we use basically for bonita, frozen bait, shrimp, stink bait, WD3, sunnies. We're going to go over all these in different segments here and kind of give you an overview of what we're doing here on the West Coast. We fish the Colorado River in Blythe, so we're going to kind of go over those things that we fish in the Colorado River Blythe. Basically targeting flatheads as well as nice channels. We don't have any blues in the river out this way, so basically we're kind of just limited with the flatheads. But we're going to go over the things that we use for the river and how we present basically the live bait as well as cut baits for the trophy flatheads. Basically, first up, we're going to take a shrimp. I'm going to show you two different ways of basically presenting this as a presentation for a catfish. Number one, I'm going to take my 6/0 circle hook. I'm going to thread it through the shrimp like so. Got it. Number two, another way you can present this is by going right behind the head like so. Okay. Out here when the guys are going after the big blue cats, a lot of times we use fresh mackerel, and we're not allowed to use shad or anything like that unless you catch it. But you're not allowed to use a cast net in California as well, so we're kind of limited on getting shad. So we use mackerel. It's really bloody. It gives us a great chance of getting into these blues. So what I'm going to basically show you here is, here's a bag. You can get this, Tony. This is a bag of mackerel that we picked up from the local Asian markets around here. Some of the smaller pieces, we can go to the Redondo Beach or different San Pedro or the different marinas around here and catch it ourselves. It's about the size you'll get unless you're out in a boat. A little bit further out, you can get them a little bit bigger as well. Sometimes they'll just hook this right through the head and throw the whole piece as is when they're going after the big 100-pound blues. Bonita is another great bait as well. It's extremely bloody. It's extremely bloody. So when you cut this open, which I'm going to do here in a minute and show you different ways of hooking this up as well, you'll see how bloody it is on the inside. I want to also show you one of my personal favorites of what I like to do while fishing for blues. Basically, I said a little while ago, we'll usually hook this whole thing right through the nose. Okay, this is a frozen one. This is a fresh one here. I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. We'll take it hook, run it right through the mouth, kind of work our way up. End result being like this. Okay, another way that I like to try to use this or present this, let me move this to the side. Tony, if you can get this table, that'd be great. Like this, with two flaps hanging. Okay, so if you're throwing this a long distance, I wouldn't present it this way. But if you're going a short distance, like when I'm at the river, even though I don't use mackerel at the river, I use a lot of bluegills, goldfish, tilapia, things of that nature. I would use something like this and I'll fillet the sides off.
What is that called? Butterfly?
I would say butterfly them basically. Yeah, I guess you can call this a good butterfly. You can even run it all the way down the side if you want. And while I'm here, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you another presentation. This works for bluegill, tilapia, mackerel, all types of bait fish that you use. This is another way I present it. This is one of my personal favorites. 2 nice fillets and a head on the end. Okay, all that blood in the water, a lot of scent is being presented, a lot of scent contact points all the way around, and at the same time you're getting the hook totally being exposed by the way that you're presenting it. Okay. This is a bonita. Basically, it's a fairly large size bonita, about 3.5 to 4 pounds. What I'll do is I'll basically cut this bonita behind the collar, like so. Okay, putting the head to one side, basically flipping it over. We'll cut chunks. Okay. These are the size chunks that we throw out here when we're going after the big blues. So once again, we'll take a fairly large size hook, 10-aught, 8-aught, 6-aughts. Run over to the top of the back of the bonita. Okay. I'm going to come through in a straight across angle and up. Okay, straight across, angle, and up. Okay. End result. Sometimes I do a little bit different with the stomach section. Sometimes I like to go through the bottom half. Stomach section. Okay. You use a lot of different scents when you're using these types of baits. A lot of people like to just use it fresh. I prefer this to go fresh, right from the marina. As fresh as you can get it, stored as fresh as you can get it, directly to the lake. Cut it up even when it's frozen and get it out just like this. I prefer it to be a little bit more harder than this. It's a little bit more thought out, but I'm just doing this for educational purposes. Another way you can present this stuff here is you can use Kathmandu dip baits. You can get that on there. And the way you can do with this, you can take get you one of the cups that you get from like liver. This is WD3 bait here, but you can get like one like it comes with liver, Dixie cup, however you want to present it. Something that you can get this inside of. Of course, you're going to probably have a lot smaller piece because you're going to probably be using this at the Pay Lake, different places like that. But when you're using this Kathmandu, you can basically just fill up your nice little bowl, take your fresh bait, hook it up to the hook, drop it in there and soak it real good. Or you can, the night before, you can cut you up some chunks, pour this whole thing on the chunks, marinate it real good, let it sit for a little bit, then freeze it so to have it prepared for the next day. Or like I said, you can take your fresh bait out and just dip it in this as well, and it works very well at all the local Pay Lakes as well as all the lakes down south in San Diego area. So that's another opportunity, or another bait that gives you an opportunity to catch a big fish.